Hey vlog, today is Friday, January 6th, and there was no video yesterday on my main channel like there should have been. And that brings me to today's topic. That is timing for your videos. You have chosen a schedule as to when you're going to have your videos up. That is the right thing to do for YouTube. You set a schedule just like your favorite TV shows do. Now, of course, you'll notice that most of your TV shows will miss a day here and there, and oftentimes they'll go on a couple-week hiatus the way they're making TV shows today, and that makes it hard to keep up. But for the most part, they're every week at the same time. Now, YouTube, I recommend one video per week because that seems to be the best. It gives plenty of breathing room for your video to stretch and get caught up with the algorithm before you throw another one on top for search-based content. Now, vlogs, daily vlogs, they're just fine. You can throw them up 1-2 a day if you want. They will work. Shorts, I would still keep to 1 short per day for the same thing. But for your main channel and your main topical videos, what you need to do is set up a schedule when your people will expect the video to be there. Now, of course, you're going to get views on after that, but that's very much like the way it is with the streaming services today. They get a bunch right at the beginning and then more pile on. That is okay, and that's actually the way we want it to be. However, by keeping the same time, what you're doing is you're giving your video and you're giving your audience a time when they expect it, so that you get a bunch of them there, which pushes the video and gives YouTube a reason to push the video even more. Trust me, that's just the way the algorithm works. The more of your core audience you get to watch the video, the quicker YouTube pushes it to somebody else. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to flop or be a long-term flop, or that YouTube will ever find a real audience for it. I've had a couple videos that YouTube never found an audience for. And I've had a lot of videos that it took a couple of weeks and then poof, huge videos, just like my Wooster one I talked about the other day. That just happens. Now, why is this important? Well, yesterday, when I was editing the video, I got it all edited and I set the export. Now I'm using the newest 2023 version of Adobe Premiere Pro. And that probably was my biggest mistake right off the bat. I didn't pay attention to the settings on the output. I used what was basically the same settings that I was using on the 2021 version that I was using before. I skipped the 2022 version straight to 2023 from 2021. And in doing so, I used basically the same settings. What I didn't realize is they had changed the adaptive bitrate in Premiere Pro. And that caused my file to, instead of being 1 to 2 gigs for 15 minutes, it was 8.5 gigabytes. The frame rate was higher than that of Blu-ray. In fact, it was up there with 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. Can you imagine what? Well, that was a great problem. I didn't think about it. So then I went to throw the thing up to upload. Guess what? It was going to take 3 hours to upload. Yeah, I've got a pretty fast download speed and a very decent up speed for living out of town. I live kind of out in the sticks, but I've got real good internet actually. In fact, better than a lot of my friends in town. But still, it takes a while to upload 8.5 gigs. So, well, by the time I looked at the timing, it wasn't going to be up for at least an hour after, maybe an hour and a half after the time my video is supposed to go live. There's the problem. I didn't time it very well, coupled with the problem of Adobe and not knowing that they changed the default settings that looked the same as the other version. I've learned from that and I have fixed it. And in fact, I went back afterwards and I adjusted all the settings and then exported the video and got it down to 1.5 gigs and started the upload again. Unfortunately, same problem. By the time it was going to be done, it was still going to be an hour after the time the video was supposed to go live. So why am I telling you all this? Well, I want you guys to learn from my mistake, and I don't want you to have these problems. When you are making your YouTube videos and you have your schedule, make sure to leave enough time. If you have a problem with your export, say it doesn't export correctly or there's an error in it. And make sure you leave yourself enough upload time to make sure that video gets uploaded and processed on YouTube. Because that's one other thing that YouTube does. Once the video is uploaded, then it goes through a processing phase where it processes the standard definition, the high definition, and if you've done your video in 4K, the 4K resolution version. Being honest with you, I ain't exactly sure that there's any point to 4K on YouTube. Some people say there is, some people say there isn't. I do know there's a lot of people that watch YouTube on their big TVs. My HD 1080p for this channel, the quality on my 4K Sony TV is the same view as the 4K footage I put up there when it's done on YouTube. Can't tell the difference. So I'm not so sure that 4K is worth the extra processing and all that hassle. But I continue to do it on my main channel versus this channel. You guys can decide whether you want to use 4K or not. But just make sure, guys, make sure you count your timing. In fact, it's best to have your video done at least a day ahead. And if you join me on YouTube in my 5 days Road to YouTube challenge, I will teach you how to make sure you never miss a date. I will teach you how to batch film your videos. That is one of the biggest keys to YouTube and maintaining sanity is batch filming videos. So join me with the link in the description below, and the next challenge starts on Monday. It's totally free, guys. This challenge, once we get through this beta phase and get my course actually launched, this challenge is going to become a $47 challenge, and then probably it's going to go to $97. So you're getting what I feel is at least $100. In actuality, at $100, it's still a steal for 5 days of free live coaching at the $100. That is definitely a steal. Most coaches would never give you 5 days worth of their time at roughly, 20 minutes to an hour of their time. They're not going to give that for free. They're going to charge you handsomely for it. But I'm including it right here, right now, for free in my YouTube challenge. So make sure you go on and sign up with the link below. Subscribe to this channel for more YouTube tips and like this video. See you tomorrow with yet another YouTube tip.